Alex, welcome to Rotherham United. How pleased are you to get this deal wrapped up?
Yeah, delighted. It's come quite quickly, but Steve's been on to me a little bit and spoke to him numerous times. He spoke so highly of this football club, and I was delighted to, finally get on board, get everything done today, and become a Rotherham United player.
Talk to us a little bit about how this deal sort of came about. You just mentioned there that the gaffer has been on to you for a little bit, so it came about quite quickly.
Yeah, been speaking to Steve on and off really over the summer, and then over the last week or so it's sort of accelerated, and he made his feelings clear that he wanted me to come and join the football club, and despite other interest and offers elsewhere, as soon as I spoke to Steve, he didn't need to convince me too much, and I'm just happy that we got the deal done today.
You've mentioned him already, but you've played under the manager Steve Evans at 3 different clubs. Would it be fair to say that he was a major factor in your decision to come here?
Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously the football club's just been relegated from the Championship. It's got aspirations of getting back there as soon as possible. Over the last couple of years in my career, I think I've been starved of some success, and I'm so hungry for it now. Even at my age, I'm still desperate to be part of something successful, and this was the one that really excited me the most. And again, if you put working alongside the manager and Reigns, again, it's hopefully everything's there for another successful season.
Just speaking about the manager more broadly, with the way that you are talking about him, he must be someone that you enjoy playing for.
Yeah, well, if I didn't, I wouldn't be signing for him for the 4th time. Yeah, we've got a great working relationship, me and the manager, and not just him, Reigns as well. So I think they know what they're going to get from me. I know what I'm going to get from them. I know what style of play they like. I know how to play in the Steve Evans team, and hopefully this year that brings us a lot of success.
You may have just already answered the next question I was about to ask you, but what makes Steve Evans and Paul Rayner a management duo that you do want to keep signing for?
The honesty. There's no real grey areas with both of them. I think a lot of his core values in terms of how he wants his teams to play, wholeheartedly, full of desire, hunger. And like I said before, even at my age, I still feel as though I've got that, and I've got a lot to give. So, 4th time round signing for him, and I'm as delighted as the first time.
He's built some really successful teams in the past that have defied the odds to get to where they eventually got to. None more so than the last side you were at with him, Stevenage. Could you just give us a bit of an insight into how he made that team so successful through his tenure?
His recruitment was top quality. He recruited the right players, give them a real identity. Everyone knew what they were going to come up against the Stevenage team. I think they can say that against any Steve Evans team. They know what they're going to come up against. A group of men giving their all and playing a certain style of football, and I'm pretty sure this season will be no different. Everyone that's going to come to the New York is going to be in for a really tough game, and they're going to be made aware of that. But he put a great dressing room together, give a real togetherness, and I'm sure it's going to be no different this time around.
Again, just speaking of insight, you've been in many Steve Evans dressing rooms, as we keep saying. What sort of atmosphere does he like to create around the place and the club?
He sets very good standards daily. With his training methods, with what he does on the training pitch, with what he does off the pitch, the gym work and things like that. He sets real high standards, and he holds everyone accountable for mistakes or anything that slips by. And this football club, over the past 12 months has maybe lacked that from what I've been told, and I'm pretty sure that from the 1st of July when we're back in training, that the manager will be setting them standards, and everyone will have to follow. Otherwise, they'll certainly know about it.
Just on you as well as an individual, you're someone with a wealth of experience playing in the EFL. Will you be looking to use that experience that you do have to help guide some of the younger players?
Yeah, of course. I think one of my biggest strengths now is obviously my age and my experience. I've been pretty much done everything you can do in the Football League in terms of promotions, relegations, playoffs, playoff finals, winning and losing. So I'd like to think I'm pretty experienced, and if there's ever anything that I can do to either help any of the players or any of the younger players especially, I'll certainly bring that. But that's something I can bring, but I also want to bring and offer a lot on the pitch myself. That's first and foremost why I'm here, is to play. So yeah, like I say, any little bits of experience that I can pass on to any of the lads, I'll certainly be doing that.
And you speak about the hunger that you've still got at 34. Do you still feel like you've got a lot to offer?
Yeah, I wouldn't be signing. I wouldn't continue to play if I still didn't think I had a lot to offer. I still think I've got plenty of years left in me. Yeah, I've still that hunger for success is what's really driving me on, and you know, I've missed that now for a couple of years of being promoted and being in successful teams, and you know, we've now got probably a target on our back. We've got to deal with that pressure, and it's something that I'm desperate to do and looking forward to do this year.
Promotion's the word that you keep mentioning. You've been around the block a little bit, as we sort of alluded to. Do you think the team that the manager has put together so far is one that's capable of challenging right at the top end of the division?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, the recruitment so far has been as what I expect from the manager. Recruited some fantastic players that know the level, know what it takes to get out of the level. So yeah, I don't think we should be sort of looking anywhere else. Where we know what we've got, we know what we're trying to achieve, and you know, fingers crossed we put in all the hard work over pre-season, hit the ground running at the start of the season, and carry that on through the rest of the season for hopefully a successful season.